Gentlemen, I am Dr. Anya. Let's be brutally honest for a second. Are your mornings not quite what they used to be? The pharmaceutical industry wants you to accept that a loss of firmness, chronic fatigue, and poor performance are just a normal part of getting older. Clinically speaking, that is an absolute lie. Your biological decline is not inevitable. It is simply a lack of vascular maintenance. Your body does not need a blue pill that strains your heart and only masks the symptom. It needs pure cellular fuel. And the medical solution to reactivate your testosterone and restore your blood flow is already sitting in your kitchen, ready to be stirred into that cup of coffee you drink every single day. Today, I am going to reveal the exact clinical protocol of 5 natural ingredients that will transform your morning coffee into nature's most powerful vasodilator, even if you are over 80 years old.
But listen to me carefully. This is not a video for you to watch distracted while doing something else. The science behind this requires exact dosages. So do me a favor. Pause this video, go grab a pen and a piece of paper right now, and get ready to take notes. Your biological resurrection begins right now. Let's begin.
Look at your notes. The very first ingredient you must add to your coffee tomorrow morning is cinnamon. But before you go to your pantry and dump the standard spice jar into your cup, you need to understand the biology of your vascular system. As you age, your body becomes less efficient at managing glucose. Every time your blood sugar spikes and crashes, it triggers a highly destructive biological process called glycation. I want you to picture glycation as microscopic shards of glass and sticky syrup pumping through your cardiovascular system. This sugar physically gums up your arteries, making them stiff, narrow, and brittle. And guess which blood vessels are the absolute most fragile in the male body? The microscopic capillaries that supply blood to your reproductive organs. They are finer than a human hair, and they are the very first casualties of blood sugar damage. When those capillaries are damaged, you lose your morning firmness. It is that simple.
To stop this destruction, you must stabilize your blood sugar. And clinically, one of the most powerful natural stabilizers on earth is cinnamon. But here is the critical medical distinction. You must use Ceylon cinnamon, often labeled as true cinnamon. Do not use standard cassia cinnamon from the grocery store, which contains high levels of coumarin and can actually stress your liver if taken daily. Ceylon cinnamon is loaded with specific polyphenols and an active compound called cinnamaldehyde. When you stir just 1/4 to 1/2 a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon into your hot coffee, it goes to work immediately. It acts as a shield against glycation, protecting those microscopic capillaries from sugar damage. Even more importantly, it induces a natural state of vasodilation. It physically relaxes the walls of your blood vessels, allowing them to expand and safely accommodate a massive surge of blood flow. You are not just flavoring your coffee. You are literally preserving the plumbing that keeps you a vital, functioning man.
Write down ingredient number 2, dark cocoa. And let me be absolutely clear. I do not mean the sugary processed hot chocolate mix from the baking aisle. I mean 100% pure, raw, unsweetened dark cocoa powder. The kind that looks almost black and tastes incredibly bitter. To understand why this is a non-negotiable part of your morning protocol, you must understand the master key of male performance, a molecule called nitric oxide. When you are in your 20s, the inner lining of your blood vessels, a microscopic layer called the endothelium, produces massive amounts of nitric oxide. This gas is the exact chemical signal that orders your blood vessels to relax, open wide, and allow a powerful rush of blood to flow in and create an erection. In fact, popular prescription pills like Viagra do not magically create blood flow. They simply enhance the nitric oxide you already have.
But here is the biological tragedy. By the time you reach 50, your natural production of nitric oxide drops by nearly half. Your blood vessels remain constricted. Without that master key, blood cannot flow and performance plummets. This is where pure dark cocoa becomes your clinical weapon. Dark cocoa is densely packed with a specific class of flavonoids, particularly one called epicatechin. When you consume these compounds, they rush directly to your endothelial cells and physically flip the switch, forcing your body to synthesize a massive wave of fresh nitric oxide. The clinical data on this is astonishing. Studies published in the Journal of Hypertension have demonstrated that a daily dose of dark cocoa can improve arterial flexibility by up to 30%. That is a monumental, measurable increase in cardiovascular capacity and unrestricted blood flow. By stirring just one heavy teaspoon of dark cocoa into your morning coffee, you are not just making a healthy mocha. You are delivering a potent, natural vasodilator right to your vascular system, reactivating the exact same biological pathways that the pharmaceutical industry charges you a fortune for.
Listen to me closely. You can have the most flexible blood vessels and the highest nitric oxide levels in the world. But if your biological drive is dead, none of it matters. Perfect plumbing means nothing without the engine driving it. And that engine is your hormonal command center. This brings us to ingredient number 3 on your list, Maca Root. People often call maca nature's Viagra, but clinically, that is a complete misunderstanding of how this powerful adaptogen works. Maca does not artificially force blood flow for a few hours. Instead, it goes straight to the source of the problem, your brain. Specifically, maca nourishes your hypothalamus and your pituitary gland. These are the biological command centers that send the signal down to your testicles, ordering them to produce testosterone and generate libido.
Thoughtful. As you age, that communication line gets weak. Maca Root contains highly unique organic compounds called macamides that effectively repair that brain-to-body connection, nudging your endocrine system to naturally ramp up its own hormone production. But here is the biological catch. Your body cannot manufacture new testosterone out of thin air. It needs raw materials. This is why you must immediately write down ingredient number 4, coconut oil, or its more concentrated form, MCT oil. For decades, men have been told to eat low-fat diets to protect their hearts. Medically speaking, starving your body of healthy fats is a hormonal death sentence. Here is a non-negotiable fact of human biology. The testosterone molecule is physically synthesized from cholesterol and dietary fats. If you do not consume healthy fats, your testicles literally do not have the biological building blocks required to manufacture testosterone. Coconut oil is loaded with medium-chain triglycerides, MCTs. Unlike regular fats, MCTs bypass normal digestion. They go straight to your liver, providing instant, clean energy to your cells while flooding your endocrine system with the exact lipid fuel it desperately needs to construct new hormones. When you blend, and you must blend, do not just stir, a teaspoon of coconut oil or MCT oil into your coffee, along with your maca powder, you are creating a creamy, potent elixir. You are simultaneously turning the hormonal command center back on and providing the exact raw materials your body needs to execute those commands.
We have reached the 5th and final ingredient on your list. This is the catalyst that ignites the entire protocol, ginger. Most men think of ginger merely as a remedy for an upset stomach, but in the realm of men's health, it is absolute vascular rocket fuel. To understand why, we need to talk about the most vulnerable organs in your body, your testicles. There is a biological reason your testicles hang outside of your body cavity. They must remain slightly cooler than your core body temperature to survive and function. But in our modern world, we sit at desks for 8 hours a day, we wear tight clothing, and we are surrounded by environmental toxins. This creates massive thermal and oxidative stress directly on your reproductive organs. When your testicles are under stress, your Leydig cells, the microscopic factories that produce your testosterone, go into survival mode and completely shut down production.
Ginger is packed with highly bioactive compounds called gingerols and shogols. Clinically, these compounds act as a systemic anti-inflammatory and an oxidative shield. They physically protect your testicles from that environmental damage. Studies have shown that consistent ginger supplementation can significantly boost testosterone levels and improve sperm motility simply by reducing the oxidative stress crushing those vital organs. Furthermore, ginger supercharges your peripheral blood flow. It forces blood out of your core and into your extremities, causing an immediate warming rush of circulation. By adding just a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger powder or a thin slice of fresh ginger to your coffee, you are waking up your entire vascular system and putting a protective shield around your testosterone factories.
Now, look at your notes. You have 5 potent, science-backed ingredients: Ceylon cinnamon, dark cocoa, Maca Root, coconut oil, and ginger. But listen to me very carefully. Do not go into your kitchen tomorrow morning and throw all 5 of these into your coffee cup at once. If you introduce all these potent compounds to your digestive system on day 1, your stomach will rebel, and you will abandon the protocol entirely. We are practicing clinical nutrition, and that requires a strategic, gradual approach. Here is your exact map for the next month. Week 1. Start with just a 1/4 teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon. Let your blood sugar stabilize. Week 2. Add 1 teaspoon of dark cocoa. Let your nitric oxide levels begin to rise. Week 3. Introduce 1/2 teaspoon of Maca Root to wake up your hormonal command center. Week 4. Finally, blend in your coconut oil and add that pinch of ginger to complete the vascular fuel mixture.
Encouraging. Give your biology the time it needs to rebuild. This is not a magic trick. It is cellular regeneration. Gentlemen, your biological decline is not a life sentence. You do not have to accept weakness, fatigue, or a loss of intimacy just because you are getting older. You have the power to fix your internal plumbing and restart your engine, but you must take action. I want you to make your vitality pledge right now. Go into the comments below and type the powerful words, "I am fueling my biology today." And while you are there, I want to know your action plan. Which of these 5 ingredients are you going to stir into your coffee tomorrow morning? Let me know. I read every single comment, and your commitment could inspire another man to change his life. If this masterclass gave you the real science to take back your manhood, hit the like button. Share this video with a friend or a brother who needs to hear this truth. Do not let them suffer in silence. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a week of evidence-based longevity and men's health. I am Dr. Anya. Guard your health, honor your biology, and I will see you in the next video.